It's the Weather Blender blog for the 12th of December 2010. Hi everybody, storm ongoing. We've seen rain around West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio. Temperatures crashing in now on this Sunday. Not quite crashing in like our friends up at the Metrodome. Scary stuff. Picked up 14 inches of snow up there in Minneapolis, and the roof fell in on the Metrodome, so no football up there for this Sunday. Let's talk here a little bit about what's going on. Sit down, check out the weather computer models for you. Once again, we're going to start off with the radar composite. Blue would be snow. You can see the snow now in eastern Kentucky entering West Virginia, but a donut hole, as we had suspected that we would see across western West Virginia and southern Ohio. But the snow in Michigan, the snow in Indiana is all going to tuck back in, if you will, spinning counterclockwise. Let's jump ahead. The NAM model is pretty representative of all the models, so we'll just kind of go through this one. High pressure, big high pressure out to the west, super cold air coming in across the Great Lakes. The low pressure that is responsible for these storms also now up in upstate New York, and the combination of the two presents us with a northerly flow of air and the very cold temperatures. Look at the deep blue line, the 540 line. That's a thickness line, and that's a representation of the temperature of the entire air column, if you will. And once you're inside 540, on the cooler side of that, you could see snow. That's all the way down to Orlando, Florida. That is just remarkable. And you can see the snow falling again in the green. That's the precipitation that would all be falling as snow, and some enhanced precipitation on those western facing slopes. A little different map, 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet, maybe a little bit lower than that in the colder air this time of year. And all the oranges and yellows, that's a disturbance, and that disturbance can cause lift, vorticity we call that, and that creates lift, and that's all sliding toward us. So not only do you have lake flow coming in off the Great Lakes, the northwesterly breeze, but you're going to have increased lift. So Monday we think we will expect to see more snow, especially in the real rugged terrain areas, those upslope areas. Mother Nature is going to be very, very efficient at creating snowflakes and piling it up, especially again east of Charleston on those higher slopes. This is in the evening, 7 p.m. Monday. Still have the snow in West Virginia, southeast tip of Kentucky, and then we'll jump out ahead here. This is actually looking ahead now to Tuesday morning, that is, and you still have that northwesterly flow, but you can see we've lost the lift. The low has gone up to the north and to the east. We don't have as much snow coverage, and kind of shutting it down, Charleston, Huntington at that point. So quickly through the weather models. Well, how much do we expect? The NAM model, a pretty good representation here by Tuesday morning. A red bullseye near Webster Springs, about 14 inches of snow there. And Charleston, somewhere in the green and yellow, right around 3-4 inches. Huntington, right around 2, maybe at best. And you can see southeastern Ohio kind of gets ripped off, and a good 12 inches around Columbus, and only about 2 or 3 in eastern Kentucky. The GFS model, it's a little less accumulation over the high terrain, only a 10-inch bullseye, maybe a little bit more, a 3 to 4 inch stripe, not only through Charleston, but through Putnam County, more like 2 to 3 inches around Huntington. So that's just a little more snow for the lowlands. And then this is a model that we call the WRF model. Definitely higher resolution, and it really takes the terrain into play, and you can see pockets. This is interesting. Very little of anything, and many areas. That pink shade is only half of an inch. This is by Tuesday morning. The little light pink shade there, that's nothing. The darker pink, that's about 1 to 2. Blue is about 2 to 3. And then you see the bullseye of 16 inches again. That's just in the west side of Green Brier County, which could very well be what we're looking at. So I think if we blend those together, we're still kind of right on track to see kind of that 3 to 6 stepping up from Huntington to Charleston, 6 plus when you get to Summersville. So that's the look that we're going for, but that's all by Tuesday. So expect that the core of this storm starts Sunday night and rolls through Monday, and then really is winding down rapidly by Tuesday. Weather model's already struggling out there next week for a possible storm toward the end of the week. The European model likes to see a storm that could bring us some snow along the southeast coast. Certainly worth watching. The GFS model not on board with that at all. So we'll let you know more about that as we get closer. Hope you're having a great rest of your Sunday and a good week ahead. Stay warm. Bitterly cold temperatures. Wind chills down in the single digits for Monday. Stay warm. We'll keep you posted on the Weather Blender blog.